What would you think is like the hardest or the craziest thing that happened behind the scenes in your season? Was there anything that you were like really embarrassed about? I'm watching season 7. This is crazy so far.
Never in my life would I have thought anything that has happened this year would have happened.
So sports is not just about stats, and reality TV is not just about love. And here on the Up and Up, we are covering it all every single week and giving you the tea. And this week, we have someone who was on the biggest season of Love Island. We have Daniela Ortiz, and it's a perfect time because season 7 just came out. So we're going to be talking Love Island, behind the scenes, what's it actually like, how we feel about, because there's so much drama already going on.
Already, and it's only 2 episodes out.
Yeah, so go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us how life has been since Love Island season 6.
After coming out, it was insane, all of us, because it blew up so much this season. Last season now, which has been a year, which is insane. So you have no phone, like life is very normal, and then you come out and it's immediately like, everyone knows you can't go anywhere without anyone knowing who you are, and everyone has big opinions about you, and they think they know you. So it's very crazy, to say the least. I had the most crazy experiences ever. I met so many insane famous people. I met Kendall. Kendall Jenner said that like my body was tea when I came out. I was like, wow. I love you. And like
your body is tea. I mean, to be fair.
No, but it was like, it's just like crazy things like that. I met so many insane people that I'm huge fans of, and now they know who I am. I'm like, you know me?
Dang.
You know who I am? So
and that's really crazy too, because I've had friends on previous seasons, and it wasn't like that.
No.
Like, why do you think your season was so different?
I really don't know. I think it was very just full of drama.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that people never expected. So I think that's really what made it different. Because if you look, every season of Love Island is very different. If you look at the season before, season 5, it was very much love. No one was really doing anything crazy, except I want to say Cassie.
Yeah, people love, I mean, it's reality TV. We want to see crazy.
Yeah.
Because, like, we don't want crazy in our life. We want it on our screen.
For sure.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know what they're signing themselves up for either. Because I got reached out too. So in my DMs, some people apply, but most people get reached out. So you don't really know what you're signing yourself up for, especially if it blows up that much. Then you have a lot of people that have watched you every single day throughout their summer, and now they like feel like
it is crazy that it's every day.
Yeah.
Like, that's so different than like The Bachelor you watch once a week. Like, Love Island is every day.
Yeah,
so
we don't have
38 episodes last year, or 37.
That's why I couldn't catch up. Like, once I was behind. I couldn't get into it. But this season, I'm like, I'm doing it. Now, So what would you think is like the hardest or the craziest thing that happened behind the scenes in your season?
I feel like everything. When I walked in, I thought it was just going to be like a house full of like hot people that you could just all hang out and do everything.
Totally.
It was not like that at all. I came in. They're telling us, first of all, I came in as Casa. I didn't know what I was going to come into, which a lot of people don't know that also. You don't know when you're going to come in. They just...
How late were you?
I want to say like midway.
Wow, that's pretty late. Like, relationships had formed. Like, you're coming in
as
the bad guy.
Yes. No, and they make you as the bad guy for sure.
That's
I think God
tough.
somehow got out of it, so...
You did? Like, people loved you? If you're sweet. Like...
I mean, I have my girls. But,
okay.
Anyways, when you come in... They don't really like you talking about the production side of it. They want to keep the Love Island magic going.
Yeah.
So they try and tell us not to talk too much about it. But basically, when you come in, first day at least, there's cameras everywhere. You have cameras like all up in your face, and you're like trying to talk to people, and they're like making you dance with like no music. So you're just like... you don't know any of these people, and you're just like dancing and everything, and it's just so awkward. It's so awkward. And then you've also seen these people on your screen for a little bit, because they keep you up to date. At least they did for me. They kept me up to date.
Yeah. You need to know what's going on when you walk into the villa.
Yes. Yeah. But to a certain degree, I think there was like a couple people that left that I didn't know. So, and some new people that came in that I didn't know. So kind of almost up to date, but not like fully. They want you to like have a little bit of she doesn't know everything. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we also didn't have our phones, so it's not like we would know what's happening outside.
So what are you doing before you enter the villa?
You're in a hotel.
That would make me crazy. I'd be fiending for some attention.
I was blessed enough to be only in the hotel for like around a week. I left literally the 20th of June. And then I was in there for, like, I want to say a week. People were in there for more than a month. People have gone insane and, like, had to leave and never made it on the show because they couldn't mentally, like, stay in a hotel with no phone. I think we only got, like, 2 hours outside. Wow. So, like, but it would be supervised with somebody with you. You could never leave the room by yourself. You couldn't really watch much stuff, social media wise, at least. Nothing. You
just movies and, like, no phone, and, like, you're just in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Wow.
I journaled a lot. Like,
yeah.
And you have psychologists you talk to though weekly and stuff, or however much you want to talk to them, really.
Wow. Okay, this is crazy. It's so
you're like lab rats.
Yeah, really. I mean, but they want to make you crazy before
Mm-hmm.
entering so that you be crazy on the screen.
Yeah, and then you like forget how to talk to people when you go in. I swear to God, they do it on purpose.
See, that's like if I walked in late, I'm just so much of a people pleaser. Like I would be so afraid to go, like make a statement and go after these men when they're already formed a connection, and then the girls hate you.
Yeah, but at the same time,
and you're a baddie, like you walking in, I'd be like, God.
At the same time, the people that like started in the beginning, they were also in there for a while, so it wasn't just like the people that were waiting. A lot of people waited a lot longer though, and then coming in, that's kind of the point. Like, it's who was it? I think it was like one of the boys said it's like homie hopping island. Because that's literally what it is. People decided they want to stay in a relationship. If not, they go to the next person and see if that works out. And it's a weird concept, honestly, but it makes good TV, I guess.
It is really good TV.
Yeah.
So how do you feel?
And I'm a lover girl, so I just love watching. Right now, at least for this season, I'm just like so happy watching everybody that's like actually, we're like already have winners in our minds.
Nice.
Okay. Who are you still friends with from your season?
Yeah.
I want to say everyone. Maybe, like, PBG I'm cool with. Everybody else, like, all of Casa, everybody else that was, like, on this season, I'm cool with. But we don't really, like, stay in touch either.
Oh, you don't?
No. I mean, like, we comment here and there, but we're not, like, texting.
Yeah. And do you, like, would you date any of the guys now?
Off my season?
Yeah.
No. I feel like there's not really, I can't even think who's single right now. Anyways, Rob? No.
I was gonna say, is Rob? Okay.
I literally don't know who else, like, and I don't even know that, but I know, pretty sure.
Who's that other guy? Kendall. He's single.
No. But no. Because of everything that happened with, like, during the show.
Oh, he's not single?
No, he just was, like, with Nicole, and I'm cool with Nicole.
Oh, okay. Okay. But now he's not with Nicole.
No.
Okay.
No, they broke up pretty quickly after.
God, I got to catch up on that season. So with season 7 now, I'm watching season 7. This is crazy so far. We're only 2 episodes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel? Like, you understand the process. So how are you feeling on this season?
I feel like they did good with the casting when it comes to, I think everyone's pretty good looking. I'm in love with the girls this season. Shelly, Huda specifically are my like, 2 favorites.
I agree. Same.
Yeah, specifically because Shelly's an Orlando girl. Love her.
She's gorgeous.
These are my predictions. Shelly's gonna be a New York like Fashion Week model, like model. I think she already lives in New York too.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
She's gonna be like top model when she like gets out. I already predict it. I predict like Huda she's gonna be like so loved, and I hope that she comes out in a relationship. That's my only prediction.
I know. How do you think he's gonna feel when he finds out she has a kid?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's mature enough that maybe
he's not gonna care.
But at the same time, the more I'm seeing him, the more I'm like, no.
I kind of like him.
I heard he was a bully in high school.
Okay, I heard that too. Yeah.
He was talking to the girl from Temptation Island before and left her to go on the show.
I heard about that.
So this is the TikTok tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was liking all of her stuff, and they were in DMs with each other.
No, they were like texting. They hung out. She took him to church, I guess, and everything.
What?
So I mean, I'm sure it was obviously like not serious enough.
Yeah.
But you were still talking to somebody, and then just left and did that, and then
Player.
He got really upset at her and, like, kind of get a little bit, like, insecure. He just got really upset because he wasn't sure that she was telling the truth about kissing someone else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he is, like, he was bringing her coffee in the morning. Like, he was trying to match with her. Like, I think he's just a more emotional guy.
Yeah.
Which sometimes when you date an emotional guy, they're really there for you, but they're also can be very controlling. So it's like, pick your poison. But he does seem very sweet to her and committed. Like, I like that he didn't kiss the other girl.
Yeah, I did too.
Like, that's stand up. Like, he was like, no, I want to show that I'm serious about her, that I'm not going to kiss her, which is, like, pretty respectable.
No, I love
because Ace is over here kissing everybody.
I jumped. No, yeah. I jumped, like, out of my couch when I saw that. I was like, yes.
Yeah, right?
I was really happy about that.
What happened with Yulissa?
Yulissa? Well, we all know what happened. You know what's so crazy? Some of the girls that I know apparently know her, too, from Miami. So, I'm not from Miami. I'm from, like, I'm Puerto Riqueña, but, like, I live in Orlando now. But I know a lot of people from Miami. And they were saying, they immediately sent it to me. And they were like, we don't fuck with her. I'm like, what do you mean we don't fuck with her? And then they were telling me, like, a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, really? It's like they were saying, like, how her best friend was taking over her Instagram and, like, removing, like, all the pictures that she had with, like, box braids and stuff like that. Like, a bunch of random stuff. And then also saying, like, the Trump supporter thing, which, I mean, everyone has their own politics, but I just don't really agree with the way that she thinks and the way that she posts about stuff, too. And was the other guy Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not... Yeah. I mean, the thing is, what I don't understand is Love Island does their research.
But it was like the video that, you know, she's saying the N-word like 10 times. Like, that was wild.
But the other things itself should have already... They do their
Raise the
research.
red flags,
Yes, they do their research. I know a lot of people, not that I'm cool with them, but I know people that never been on the show because that were casted to be in it, but never got on because of their views on certain things. And...
Like, you need to be a liberal to be on Love Island?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, I mean, it's more than just that.
Yeah.
We know that. There's a lot more that goes...
Yeah.
That they both are doing that's...
Yeah, totally.
Like,
I mean, that's
way more than just that. That's not just like, oh, you're a liberal, you can't... No. It's way more than just that. Like, I just personally don't agree with a lot of things that they do. A lot of people don't, but because it's just... I don't think it's okay, like, saying the N-word and stuff like that.
No, that's crazy.
Like... But I feel like they should have been able to see that. So I don't really know.
But that's why you would think you have, like, because last season was so big that you would think this year they have options to go on the show. Like, because they had asked me years ago to be on it, and I was like, it's like it's not that big of a show. And then, like, your guys' season was insane that I'm sure they had a lot of option, like, you know.
I just did it for the experience. I had something that, like, the stars aligned for me. It felt like I was meant to do this.
Yeah.
And then I just did it, and I didn't realize it was gonna be that big at all.
Yeah, but I think
I thought I was just gonna go back to my job after that, and like, okay, like whatever.
Yeah.
That was like a cool experience for the summer. I got to go to Fiji, like, and
so
I was
cool.
like hoping to find love, but like it's fine. Never in my life would I have thought anything that has happened this year would have happened, which I'm so grateful for.
So talk to us a little bit about that. What's been going on ever since the show? I mean, obviously you were in Times Square yesterday. You went to the Yankees game. People are recognizing you everywhere now. Is it a lot of that, or is it like more so there's just great opportunities ahead? Great opportunities
ahead, I think. I mean, I've been in situations and met so many people that I would have never been able to, definitely because of the show. I feel like it sounds crazy, but we've all said it before, like your life very much revolves around Love Island a little bit after the show, no matter what. Like, you can try very hard to get away from it.
You're in that vortex, right?
But you are,
But it's not bad. Like, I think you guys all, like, everybody I know who talks about your season, like, they love you guys.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I think it's also... Bless you.
Sorry.
I also think it's becomes a huge family.
Yeah.
So whenever you see anybody else that was on Love Island before, then you guys get very... I think that's also just reality TV in general.
Like your family.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you understand what I've been through. I understand what you've been through. Like, and it becomes kind of a family. And whenever I meet anyone that's been on it before, everyone's like, I just like light up.
Yeah.
They're like,
do you know Sally?
Sally?
Yeah.
She's doing ambassador for Love Island this year.
Yeah. We were college roommates.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah,
Isn't that such a small
it's
world?
in like Sacramento, California.
Wow.
Like it's
Oh my
such a
God.
small world. And then
Yeah.
like to see her, I've like she was on Love Island USA. I'm like, Sally? Like we were sorority sisters. Like we lived in our sorority house together. Like
Yeah, I
Wow.
know. I knew two girls.
she's so awesome though. Like
No,
she
love
deserves
her.
it. Like she's just a fun, sweet person.
And she's doing so amazing for herself. I don't know if you've
Like
seen.
yeah. She's popped
I'm her
off.
biggest fan.
But she was always like she was a singer, like always been a singer, and we always knew she was gonna be something. You know, like she's just
Yeah.
one of those people where you're
Yeah.
like, Sally's got it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love her. I feel like I've met a lot of people that were not, like, I met them before the show and then they ended up on the show. There's like, Courtney was on, that lived in Orlando.
Okay.
And Val, other seasons, so.
Okay.
And then, funny enough, actually, my cousin used to talk, I don't know date, but he used to talk to Huda too.
Oh, but Huda was a big like a fitness influencer, so a lot of girls on TikTok are like, "Oh my God, I followed
Yes.
Huda forever." Like,
Where's she from again? Do you know?
I don't Charlotte or something,
I don't know how they met.
or
each other.
Raleigh or something, like
But-
somewhere in the Carolinas.
She's so tea. I love her.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Wow. Okay, so you're gonna be sat watching. Like now you're a diehard. Like, do you think it was like traumatizing for you, or like you love it?
While I was in it, I feel like I was spiraling the whole time I was in there.
Yeah, that'd be
Wow.
hard not to. Like the guys are picking other girls. I mean, how do you not spiral?
And you're only getting like 4 hours of sleep.
No way.
And yeah.
oh, I
You didn't
wouldn't.
know
I
that.
wouldn't last.
I forget there's like certain things I say and then people don't know.
Yeah. This
You know
is
what I
all,
mean?
Four
like,
hours of
new
sleep. Like I
information. That's
need
crazy.
7. Like I need
Yeah.
7.
Well, when I left the villa, it was already like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like when I finally got my phone back, like the second I left the villa, I looked at my phone. It was 4 or 5, and they still had conversations to do.
Wow.
Like obviously after I left, they all had to talk and meet the Cassie, who's the next person that came in and everything. So you don't get much sleep, and then but it like depends every day. Like you don't know the time. So you never know when you're, you know what I mean? But
Oh, true.
after all
There's
of
no
us-
clock.
No.
Wow.
Nowhere. We sometimes would be able to like find somebody that like has a phone. Like sometimes we get like a little peek or something, and we would all like try and figure it out. But no, we would literally just go by the sun.
It's crazy.
But we also figured that out because when we were out of the show, none of us could sleep more than 4 hours. We were all waking up super early and going to sleep, like knocking out, and all we could do is 4 hours. We could not sleep more than that. And we were like, what's wrong with us? And then one of the ladies like, yeah, she's the one that really told us. She's like, poor lady, she probably had no clue that she probably wasn't supposed to tell us that or something too.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, it's because you guys only get 4 hours of sleep when you're in there. So it makes sense that you still can't only get 4
Wow.
hours of sleep. Like,
So
oh.
they would just
Your
like
body got
you would
used
go
to
to
it,
bed
yeah.
after like a night, and then they would wake you up.
Oh, we would get all woken up by like the bright lights and from pitch darkness to, I don't know if you've noticed how bright it is. Obviously, they're recording a show. So imagine like these, like it's very bright in there.
Wow.
So it goes from like pitch black to that, and then someone comes in, they're like, "Good morning, Islanders." If anyone's ever been in it, they literally get triggered by someone saying that. It's like, "Good morning, Islanders, wake up, wake up."
And that'd be tough. Like you're sleeping in a room with everybody. Like you're no makeup. You're just like using the same bathroom. Like that's tough.
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of fun though. It was like summer camp.
Yeah, sleepovers.
It was like an adult summer camp. I did feel like a kid when I was in there because I would get yelled at or something,
Yeah.
and it would be like. I
What
would
were
be
you
like,
getting
am I
yelled at
about? By like the producers and stuff, in the
Oh,
way of
okay.
like they treat you, which I love though. They treated you like their own kids, but they
Aw.
treated you like a kid sometimes for sure.
Mm.
Like let's say like I was trying to do like my heatless curls one night, and it was like we had a break night where we don't record, and then because we had that break night, I wanted to do my heatless curls one night because you're not gonna record me sleeping, so
Yeah.
that doesn't matter. And they're like, no, you can't, because you gotta look the same as you did the night before. It's like, is it gonna look the same? I'm like, well, enough, like just let me do this for once.
Wow.
And like it's like little things, obviously, like because it's a show, they obviously need to have things a certain way. Same with like if we wanted to wipe our faces or something before Beach Hut, like after the ketchup challenge, which was traumatizing enough. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
4th of July, where we all had to spit in ketchup in each other's mouths.
What? I don't know any of this. Any of this.
But you guys all like you all get tested before and stuff, so like they know like you could just spit in each other's mouths. You're good.
Yeah, we all do get tested. But still, I don't know. I don't
True,
trust that.
true.
We had
Germs.
to do it with like 3 different foods and go, but like
Break this down. What is this whole thing?
So basically, you're putting ketchup. So there's a bowl of ketchup.
Okay. So it's 4th of July.
Yes, it's
Okay.
like 5, 6 of us in a line.
Yeah.
Right. A bowl of ketchup. You gotta get all the ketchup that's in this hot bowl that's been in the sun for a while into the other bowl.
Oh,
It's
my
a human
God.
centipede. That's what it is.
Wow.
And then you just have to put it from one person's mouth to the other.
Wait, that's actually
then-
diabolical.
And then back to back to each
Wow.
other. So, and then you, on top of that, you're trying to put it all in somebody else's mouth and not miss.
Yeah.
And you
of
can't
course.
use your hands. So
wait, I gotta watch that episode again because
no,
whoa,
it's disgusting. A lot of people skip it for good reason. I think they should
Skip
cut
it
the
for
whole
sure.
thing.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And then
And you guys just have to like say yeah.
yeah. And then it's like which I didn't know. I didn't know what I signed myself up for, but it's okay. And then still grateful. Anyways, but so you have to put it in each other's mouths and it's hot. Like when I tell you burning hot, like acidic ketchup. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've ever
yeah.
Wow.
acidic, and you have to fill
Yeah.
your whole mouth with it.
Oh,
And
my
then give
God.
it to the next person. And you're trying to win because you're trying to do it you're
Did
trying to
anybody
win
puke?
to the other group of people that
Yeah.
are doing it.
Wow.
So you're trying to do it faster and fill
Yeah.
up the bowl quicker. So you're trying to do this like in good pace also. And then you're trying to also not spit in each other's faces because I got spit in the face and then I accidentally spit in somebody else's face. So imagine you're just getting like ketchup just thrown everywhere and then they don't want you wiping that off after, you know? Because
Yeah.
like they want you to do like the beach huts and like the combos and talk about everything that happened.
Dang.
So like you're just there
So
sitting
everybody's
with,
gonna
like, the
see you at your
burning-
best and your worst. Like
Oh,
And you're super appreciative and grateful for the entire experience, but
Well, of
this was
course, yeah.
probably like the least favorite
I
part.
fell to my
was
knees
the
and
ketchup.
cried.
Oh,
Like
wow.
legitimately, the second that we were done, I fell to my knees and cried.
Wow.
I was like, "Don't ever make me do this." Like I could cry again. I'm thinking about it. Like it was the worst thing. I genuinely the worst thing I've ever had to do.
like if anybody was a germaphobe,
Yeah.
Oh, there's.
OCD, they're
babe,
done,
it's a
right?
reality TV show. You're still making out with everybody.
Wow.
So, like-
true. I know just how they make them walk in and they're like make out with all 4 of them. I'm like, wow,
Dude, I honestly, I felt disgusted sometimes in there. But
Mm.
I mean, I was 20. I'm still 22. I was 22, just turned literally a week before I just turned 22. So
yeah, you got to do that crazy stuff when you're young, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like I was very stupid also, and like I was just trusting the Love Island process and what they
Yeah.
call the Love Island gods, literally, because that's you trust them and you trust that they know what they're doing and they're gonna try and find you love. So I was just kind of going along sometimes with too much of the stuff they did. I learned from Marco and Hannah from last year. They're the winners last year. They told me it's like you don't need to do like. And they never tell you what to do. You know what I mean? They just more like kind of suggest.
Yeah.
Stuff, you want to say, even though they kind of do tell you to do it.
Well,
It's
that'd be
like-
hard. Yeah, it's like
It's
yeah.
but it's like they told like you can say no, and so I wish I knew that definitely going in. Like for anyone who ever does want to go, you can say no.
What was your
Yeah.
favorite part of the show? Like if you could pinpoint like 2 of your favorite moments or memories of being on the show and the entire experience, what would that be?
Oh my God, that's so hard.
I mean, there's so many, right?
Can I be honest? Our
Yeah.
break day.
Oh.
Yeah, how
Our
many
break
break days
day.
do you get
I think we only had 2.
in the whole process?
Yeah, I don't really
Wow.
remember. I'm not gonna lie. I have the memory of a goldfish, but I feel like it was 2, 3 maybe. I just remember we watched 2 movies, but we watched one night we watched White Chicks, and the other night we watched I think it was like something with the guy that plays Thor. What's his
Chris
name?
Oh, Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth. But it was like it was like him being like a spy or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Netflix movie. he's
Yes,
got.
yes. So it was like everyone and all the girls were just cuddling together, like in beds together, and then all the guys like separate, but like in the beds together. But we were all watching the same movie together and just laughing. And then we were also like in the pool and like without
Cute.
mics on and everything. And then it like, I don't know how else to explain it, but it was like the thing that felt like the most real. I don't,
Yeah.
you know.
When you are filming, like, do you remember that you're being filmed, or sometimes you forget and like say some
Well,
stuff?
I forgot the whole time. Cause so like after the first day, I didn't really see any cameras unless I was on a date, which the only day I went on was with Thor. What's his name? Harrison. With Harrison, the one that looks like Thor, the telenovela man. That's what he looks like, and that's the only time I really saw cameras, other than maybe for like some special certain things. But you never really saw cameras ever.
Wow, that would be so hard not to forget. Like I would just be acting normal, and then, but it's like,
You
okay,
do
so how
act
does the
normal.
editing work? Like, you guys are filming kind of now, right? And then they edit it and immediately air it.
Yeah, I think there's like a 2-day difference, I think, or something like that.
That's crazy fast.
That's super
I
fast,
generally don't know how they do it,
Mhm.
but I just know that it's like kind of like a 2-day, because once I got back into the hotel, I was able to see my episode. I think it was like 2 days after I got back to my hotel.
Was
And
there
I
anything
was
that
in
you were like
shambles when I
really
left.
embarrassed about?
Everything.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, like, I definitely didn't have a lot of proud moments in there, but you live and you learn and you grow, which I think is the most important.
Yeah.
But I was doing the best I could with what I knew in the moment. I was a very lost girl in there. I feel like everything changes in 5 seconds in there, and it would stress me out so bad. So I was just like, whatever happens, happens. By the end of it, I was just clocked out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
How many weeks total were you on it?
I don't remember. I forget the days. But I
Yeah, because you have no clocks.
Yeah, I want to say like over. I really don't know.
How does nobody get sick?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, people do. People do.
Yeah,
People do get
from like
sick.
not sleeping, drinking.
Well, we don't really drink.
Oh, you
at
don't?
all.
Mm.
No. I mean, honestly, I did low-key get drunk like twice. But that's because I was stealing people's cups.
Oh, okay. Because they limit it like max 2 drinks, right?
Well, so you get 1 drink every night, and it's like half a glass of wine, right?
Okay.
You can pick red or white. Kendall was the one. I don't drink wine, but Kendall was the one that told me that apparently red makes you drunker. So everyone was drinking red for that reason, which I like it because it made me have an acquired taste for wine now.
Yeah.
But you would only get 2 glasses like on special events and stuff, like the heart rate challenge. They gave us like a little more, obviously, for that, or during Casa Amor, they gave us. That's like the most that we got, for sure.
Well, I mean, that's kind of smart, though, because imagine if you guys are all, like, shit-faced.
Yeah, but even then, though, it was just, like, 2 glass, and it was, like, quarters. I, like, had one time that I had, like, I think 3 people's glasses.
How did you feel, like, being in a bikini every single day on camera? Was that, like, I feel like I would feel, like, a little bit, that's tough.
Can I be honest? This sounds insane. I'm very insecure with my body.
Yeah.
For sure, I have a lot of insecurities, and I battle with body dysmorphia and, like, eating disorders and everything my whole entire life. I've never felt sexier. Genuinely, I've never felt like I've looked hotter in my life than when I was in
Wow.
there. I don't know why.
Because all of you guys are, like, you're sitting, you're in your bikinis. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that on TV all day. Like, you're just always in a bikini.
Yeah.
If you're bloated, if you're whatever.
You don't think about it. You kind of forget. If I'm being honest, I forgot. But I think it was also, like, the group of girls that we had that were, like, so amazing in there,
Like,
at
supportive and, like, yeah,
so supportive.
building you up.
Dude, I'm telling you, I felt the prettiest I ever felt. Maybe it was also probably because I also didn't have social media to look at every single
That's
day.
amazing.
Oh my
That's
God.
definitely-
How was that break?
Yeah.
No social media for a summer.
It was the best thing in my entire life.
Wow.
I think
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, though, like, I had my own bullshit to deal with while I was in there that I was spiraling the whole time. But not having a phone, even specifically when I want to say when I was in the hotel room, that was very peaceful. It was a little, like, sometimes you just wish you could talk to somebody that you, like, knew. Like, I wish I could have talked to my family all the time.
Totally.
When I was in there. But not having a phone is great because if you know me, I'm kind of a little addicted to my phone. So, yeah. So, it was great.
And how was getting out and, like, reading the feedback from people about yourself?
So, I was blessed enough to stay. I stayed in Fiji with the finalists. Like, I was there since I left the villa until everybody else left. So I was there for, I want to say, at least a week in Fiji. So I didn't really have to go back to reality yet for like
Yeah.
the whole week. But I had my phone. So it was honestly really nice being able to have that space in that little, like, my little hotel room, and being able to, and also having a little bit more freedom to, like, go into the beach and the pool and stuff, which is so
Yeah,
nice.
nice.
But it was really nice to be able to have that time to really look at everything and interact with everybody and answer everyone's questions that they had. They also had us doing, like, podcasts while we were out there too. Mind you, they don't PR. I'm not PR trained at all.
Yeah.
But so we were just talking, doing a bunch of podcasts. We had like a dinner before we did like which was recorded and never got aired, but it was like the finalist, I think, except Leah left, I think, to do like the Call Her Daddy podcast.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, no, insane. I'm like their biggest fans. Like, I'm rooting for all of them, and I'm so happy that finally everyone's doing good, because at first a lot of people were like getting hate and stuff too, which was like, people didn't know how to handle it well. Now everyone seems like they're doing good,
Yeah.
amazing, which makes me just so happy. But anyways, so it was like the finalists, except Leah was already gone, and then me. So it was just like all these couples, and then like little old me. I'm like, hi, how y'all doing?
So why did you stay?
I don't know. I don't know why they wanted me to stay, but they asked me to stay, and we did all that stuff, and we had like a little bar party, all of us together. And then we also had a dinner, which was fun, and then we had a couple like pool days and stuff before we left, which was really nice, because like, you know, you were able to like actually hang out. And I met a couple other people that were also there for the show.
Yeah.
That were like for like after sun and stuff. So I got to hang out with them, which was really cool. I was just happy to like, it was I was at a high, dude. Like, I don't know. I was just like, is this real life? I was just I can't even explain it. Coming out and looking at your phone, I was crying, bawling my eyes out, like, the whole time. I was just so insanely grateful for all the love and support from everyone. Because when I got out, I felt so embarrassed. I was, like, not mentally okay. They don't give calls to people before they get their phones, but they gave me a call. They let me have a call, which I was so grateful for. But I just felt so embarrassed coming out, because I felt like I just looked so stupid and gullible, and I don't even know what other words, but I just felt embarrassed. Like, long story short, I felt embarrassed. So coming out and seeing all the love and support, and also being able to talk to my family, and like seeing how they were like so happy, and like they were telling me I did amazing, but like I was just so happy, and it was all love. Before, while I was on the show though, specifically in the beginning, obviously coming in as Casa also, people are gonna like have their opinions about everything that's happening, as they should. It's part of the show. And like once you get out, you obviously are more, you understand that. But when I first got out, I guess people were like really pissed off, and my poor best friends that were like handling my social media and everything were like dealing with people trying to find my house and like threatening to burn it. They like found my neighbors and were asking what my house is, to like try and burn my house down.
For what?
I mean,
No, reality TV watchers
are insane. Yeah, love them, but I really do. They are ride or dies. But they also, when you first come into stuff like that, it's
why did they not like you?
Because of everything that happened with Kayla and Aaron.
Okay.
And I was like, this was like when I first got into the villa, or not the villa, Casa. So they hated all the girls on Casa, obviously. But I really don't know like the timing for everything. It definitely, like, looking back, obviously things look really different to a certain degree, because obviously they only record, they record 24/7, but you're only shown like an hour of everything. But long story, like, which was crazy, because I didn't really have to deal with all that, but they told me like it was a fucking shit show at first. And that was for a lot of people though. Like, it happened to Leah in the beginning too. Like, people And it's just crazy because the more you get to know these people and the more you see them, obviously, like, people always say, like, they grow on. They grow on you or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with Nico. I think that's his name, or Nick, on the new season.
Oh, you think?
He grew on me. Yeah, I like him a little bit now. We'll see.
Let's make some
Yeah.
predictions for the new season.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen?
I think
Who do you think's going to couple up? Or
I
who do you think
think
the early
Bella's
winner
probably
could
gonna leave soon. I don't
Yeah.
Oh,
know.
wow.
I would
Why?
love for her to stay, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just the vibe. That's
Your vibe,
intuition.
yeah.
I don't know. I think Bella's gonna leave soon. I think I'm so curious to see how do you say her name? I don't want to say her name wrong. But the one that said something to I'm horrible with names. The one that said something to Huda about we gotta chat later.
Yeah. I don't remember her name either. Alondra or something.
Yeah, Alondra. I just don't want to say it wrong.
I know. Me either. Because she's also seems awesome. But what do you think is gonna happen?
People were like, just really weird about the whole situation. It's like, what do they gotta talk about? I'm like, we'll see.
I know. I wonder what's gonna. That was a weird look, and I think Huda handled it well. She's like, "Oh, okay, girl."
Yeah,
like
but
it was really weird.
this was what I was telling people. We have no clue what's happening in there. Like, we're only getting shown an hour of everything. So let's give them some grace. Let's not go so
True.
heavy on her.
Would you
yet.
do you like talk on your TikTok now, like about like kind of how you feel about the season from the behind
Yeah,
the? You should.
I love
Yeah.
it because it's like now I'm a huge fan of it. You know, I'm a fan of everyone that was on the show on my season. Like, I love watching all their stuff too, and I'm a huge fan of this season already. Specifically, I feel like you have to be after you've been on it.
Yeah, totally.
You know, so I'm the biggest fan. I was like watching everything to do with it, and I love everyone on it so far. Everyone that's still all the girls that are still in it.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm just really excited to see how everything works. I've already gotten surprised like 30
I do
different
think
times,
Huda
but
and Jeremiah.
I think they're gonna be.
I think they're gonna make it.
I hope so.
They're the only ones that I see right now long term. I
No,
think
for
Ace is
sure.
kind of a hoe.
I think maybe Sierra and Nick.
You think?
Maybe. You don't think so?
Maybe.
I feel like this is the thing.
Maybe
It changes every week.
That's what I'm saying. It could change so fast, and I'm like, the way he flipped from Bella.
But I think he didn't.
She's
really...
also a hot commodity that like she could flip quick and be over him. Like he's kind of cute and like
So right. I feel like
I could not believe all
Bella
4
didn't
guys
really-
stood up for her.
Yeah, I feel like
and
Bella
left their
didn't really
partners.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I mean, hey, hot commodity.
I know, but then the likelihood of you being chosen is so slim, and then you don't have a girl to go back to.
Yeah.
Like the girls, like if a guy stood up and left me, heck no, would I be like, yeah, come on back? No, I'm not your second.
It's like part of it though. Like
Is
it really is so part of it. Like you have to, if you're in there, you have to be open to having different this is how they like kind of told it to me. It's kind if you're in there, you have to be open to talk to multiple people, and you can't get upset.
Yeah,
that's kind of how they told it to me in the way of like.
But if he just come back to me, I would be open to talk to multiple people. But if he had come back to me after choosing another guy, I'd be like, yeah, but you're just trying to stay.
Yeah. You have to. You can't think how you do in the outside.
Okay.
world in there.
Like, you're right. And I'm like watching on TV, like judging, but as if like I have any idea what you guys are going through.
Yeah. No, I mean, shit, we all do it.
Yeah, right?
But you really, like, when you're in there, you can't, and that's another thing I was like, you can't think in there how you think in the outside world.
Okay.
You know, it's a very different, it's like its own world.
Totally.
Genuinely in there. So you kind of have to move differently than you would in the real world, I feel like also.
Yeah.
Because in the real world, where are you, like, going up to other girls who are coupled up and, like, talking to their guys? You know what I mean?
And it only has been a
That's
couple
true.
of days. Like, it is, like, when you step back and realize they've been chatting for a couple of days, okay, that really means nothing.
Yeah.
You don't
but
even know
when you're
these people.
in there, you feel like you've met, like, you're in the longest relationship of your entire life. Like, it feels like, it can be, so this is how we explained it when we were in there. Oh, you've known her for a week? Okay, you've known her for...
One Love Island week.
Yeah, you've known her for a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like 24/7 almost.
Yes. So that's how we all felt. And then you kind of get out. I can't lie. I feel like this happened to a lot of people too. You get out and you realize, like, wait, I was a little crazy. Maybe I'm not in love with this person as much. And I feel like that does happen a lot with couples that are in there. Sometimes our season did great. Everyone's pretty much the couples that left are most of them
I
still
know,
together.
You get caught up
Cordell.
in the
Yeah,
moments,
which I
though, right?
love.
Yeah, they're freaking cute. Leah and Miguel,
Yeah.
like, they're cute.
No, I love them. But a lot of like other seasons and stuff, you kind of realize, and like same with the UK and Australia and everywhere else.
Yeah.
Because we have a billion Love Islands,
Yeah.
which I learned. Germany, whatever.
Wow.
The couples a lot of times do separate after because you kind of realize like you get
It
out
was-
of the Love
yeah.
Island bubble
Yeah.
and you realize
Back to reality. And
Yeah.
them in real life, you're like, wait a minute.
yeah.
So what fan-up contest do you have for Love Island?
Yeah, so we have incredible contests for Love Island US and Love Island UK. And you can win the coolest prizes, like a VIP trip for 4 to Dorado Beach Ritz-Carlton Reserve, where you get a spa day, you get a private yacht with a
Do you
chef,
know how
you get to go to
bougie that
Culebra.
is?
So
Yeah,
bougie.
it's incredible. But this is all we're giving away in these contests.
Can I
Like
join?
also, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Anybody can. That's what's fun about it is like gambling and all this stuff. It's not just for guys. Like with FanUp,
Oh,
we
this is
make
for the
it
girls.
for the girls.
Yeah.
So it's like gamifying like how guys are so into sports because you put in a betting app. Like with FanUp, you could be so into the show because you made your picks for Love Island, for The Bachelor. Like it makes it so
I
fun.
think that's the smartest idea anyone's ever had.
I
It
love that.
is, right?
Thank you.
because they're die hard.
already
We're already
vote.
watching. We're watching every day. So I'm
Exactly.
on FanUp making sure I get my picks in.
And people already are voting. So that's the thing with Love Island, because it's coming out live, people are voting live on who they are their favorites on the app. They have
Yeah,
a full
yeah.
app for it.
Okay.
Imagine you're also doing that, but then you're voting
And you can win
and you're
win
getting
pitching.
rewarded
You're like,
for it.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And
like
getting
I
to
told
go-
y'all she was good, or like I told y'all she was in shit, like, and then you end up making money or losing money, but you know,
We would love for you to be our Love Island spokesperson for Love Island
I
US.
would love that.
Yeah, so we would love for you to
Yeah.
hype up the contests, what we're doing. We'll give you some awesome giveaways too. We do Lululemon shopping sprees, Aloe,
For the girls.
Nike.
It's all for the girls.
everyone.
Our
Yeah,
audience
yeah.
is mostly women.
It's 55% women are users, and then
Oh.
86% Gen Z. So you fall right in there
Both.
perfectly.
yeah, you're like,
And
well,
then you're aligned with Love Island, and then being fun
Yeah.
and making picks and
89%
as
of my
well.
following is all women. So.
yeah, and then being from Borinquen, right? So
Yeah.
that's incredible. yeah.
and that the
And that's
prize
where-
is
yeah,
Dorado
Dorado
Beach.
Beach,
Middle-
Ritz-Carlton
my
Reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do you live in Puerto Rico? Or you don't?
I don't live there anymore, but I was born and raised in San Juan.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Miramar.
I lived
used-
in Puerto Rico for 2 years.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, where?
In Dorado.
Yeah, everyone loves it there.
I wish I
It's
could move
beautiful.
back. I
Yeah.
love
yeah,
it.
you have to go there. Also, Culebra, one of
Oh,
the
my
top
God.
10 beaches in the world
Flamenco
is
Beach.
Flamingo Beach.
Yeah.
Top 10
Oh,
beaches.
it's insane.
And Puerto Rico's the only place that has a rainforest in the U.S.
Yes, El Junque, right?
But that's
Yeah,
what's so cool. I loved about Puerto Rico is that you would be in the rainforest and you would be at the beach, like and it's all on an island. So
Yeah.
it's like you could do
It's
everything.
like 3 hours
Yeah.
away
It's
of
amazing.
a car drive the most.
Like I would do
Yeah.
a new adventure every weekend. That's what I
Yeah.
loved. And
Yes.
a lot of people in Dorado did that, but I would leave
Yeah.
all the time and be in a different
I
place.
love
Like
riding horses like on the beach.
Oh
There
my
and
God, me
stuff.
too.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
where did I do that? That was in I think starts with an F.
Fajardo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the beach.
They have. It's also very like the sweetest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
They're all like family.
Totally.
They all treat
That's
me like
awesome.
family when I go
Except
to
for the
islands.
guys.
Yeah.
I dated a Puerto Rican and didn't end well.
They're romantic as hell.
But they're toxic.
Yeah.
Toxic.
It's like fun.
Yeah, I know.
You think that
it's
you're
spicy.
Yes, you think you're in love with them, and then you realize.
It's like love bombing at
Yes,
an
the-
extreme.
the
and then
most.
yeah, and then they're cheating.
Yeah,
Oh.
And I'm not putting them in a box. That was only my experience. So you never know.
I'll put them in a box.
It was
As a Puerto Rican,
it
I
was fun.
can. Yeah. They are. They know what to. They know what they're doing.
So all you got to do to enter this contest, you just sign up, and then you answer some fun questions about the season finale. And then based off whoever gets the most amount correct, the most amount of points, and they end up winning the contest, you can go on this incredible girls trip, VIP all the way, first class flights,
Yeah.
staying at the
Oh
Ritz-Carlton.
my God.
Reserve
So
in
as if
Dorado
you guys
Beach,
weren't already into the
everything.
show, now you're gonna be really into the
Yes.
show because you could win.
I know.
So
Yeah,
And
the content's
also-
already there for this season and for the UK coming up too. So check
Yes,
it out.
the UK one
Yeah.
is insane. I'm so excited.
yay.
That's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine someone gets it like to the T, like everything.
Oh,
that
I mean,
wow.
yeah.
That'd be amazing. You might be the
Maybe.
first, let's say.
Okay, what's my predictions? Actually, I'm not telling.
Okay, yeah, you gotta put it in the app.
You
Put
gotta
it in
keep
the
it to
app.
yourself. You're getting competitive now. I love it.
I know. Well, she's
One
in
thing
it. She
about-
gets in more than anyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Let me
some of
text them and
Literally. Well, thank you so much, Daniela, for coming on. This
course,
was
it
so
was a
great to talk to you. And like,
pleasure.
I'm just shocked by the behind the scenes of Love Island. It is
insane.
one of the most popular shows in the world now. And it's
There's
just
so
crazy
much
that
lore.
you went through that.
Yeah.
And congrats on all your
grateful.
success
Thank
because
you.
you're stunning. You're so sweet.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to see so much more of you.
Yeah, what's next?
We're gonna have to wait and find out.
Ooh!
All right. I love that. All
Okay,
right,
cool. Well,
great.
thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching every single week. We will see you guys next week on the Up and Up.